Welcome back, everyone, to the Crypto Rain Channel. I'm your host, Jay Murph. Let's get into VeChain, or VET, and see what's going on here. Now, one of my subscribers, actually two of them, asked about VET, wanted me to review it, and I wasn't sure the timing was right because just recently it had some major runs and then was going through some pullbacks until I looked at this chart. And I will tell you what I'm liking that I'm seeing there. Now, you're probably very familiar with VeChain. It's really to get rid of counterfeiting is the end benefit to businesses as well as the consumers. The worst thing is to go buy some Oakleys, or your wife goes and buys a really expensive purse only to find out that it's not really what she was thinking and it falls apart after 2 weeks. Say a Louis Vuitton bag, which is made with real leather and solid, and she thinks it's that, and she got it for $100 versus if she had paid $400 for the real thing. But the real thing would have lasted her as long as she took care of it years and years and years, and this thing fell apart after 2 months. As well as you always want to know if those Nikes really are Nikes, right? There's some other things that are good about it, that problems it will solve. That's the major problem that they're proposing to solve. I hope also they get more into supply chain management as well, and my guess is they will with what they've created. So they've been around and developing for a long time, so what's great is during this bull run, a lot of their stuff is ready to really roll out to the market. So you will see a lot of hype around cryptocurrency companies and projects and technology as Bitcoin skyrockets and these other things come out into public attention. And so I feel like they have their technology ready to go to benefit from this wave. So when they first suggested I look at it, I wasn't all that excited about it till I looked at what was going on in the Bitcoin price, because I knew that it had recently taken some run ups. And so it seems like, even if we look at this price here, let's just draw out some things. It looks like a bull flag, and what I wouldn't be surprised if it happens is to take another run up the size of its previous run. So yeah. Now, where do I think this is going to go during the bull market? A lot higher. In fact, 33 times where it's at is my guess. Now, in the exuberance of the bull market, it could go higher. And there are some things that I'm very excited about, that I think there will be a lot of exuberance during this bull market, that some things go a lot higher than they should. I recently did a video on Cardano to $17, and a lot of people agreed with why it might go there, and some people said no way, and they don't see it really going above $3 to $5. The value of Cardano might not be ready for higher than $3 to $5, but I think we will see prices much higher than the value. Because what I tend to see is that we as human beings don't act near as rationally as we really would benefit from. And so what happens is people get fear of missing out, even right at the top. That's sometimes when the biggest floods of money come in, especially to people that haven't been involved in the crypto space. And then they're FOMOing into things like Cardano and even VeChain at the top, when right now is a much better time to be buying than, say, next January. Does that make sense? So, you know, there's still plenty of gains to be seen. Now, if we do look at where it's come from, where it's been, and we look at its low in the market, which is in March, which was Black Tuesday, if you guys remember that. That was a really, really rough day in the crypto markets, the stock market too. But crypto crashed too. It looked like it was ready to start coming up, and it gave us this really painful pullback before taking off, and that's where we get our low at about 1.5, actually 0.15 cents. So now when we're trading at close to 3 cents, really it's 20x, really 21x since then. So VeChain has been a monster, that in just the last year it's 20x in a time that only a few things have hit those kind of returns. So is there further gains to come? That's what we're always asking ourselves, right? And where do I guess, and it's just a guess, Where will it go from here? Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an investor. I've been in real estate investing for 20 years. Crypto investing is relatively new to me, just 4 years, right? 2017 was when I got started. So I don't know everything. This is just my thoughts for the decisions I'm making for myself. Hopefully they're helpful, but hopefully you're doing your own research so that you get to make your own decisions. And hopefully this helps in a piece of your research. At least this is how I look at things. So I always want to know what altcoins are doing relative to Bitcoin, and we really get that from Bitcoin dominance, the Bitcoin dominance chart. And you can go to TradingView and then search for BTC space dominance and get a hold of this chart. Now what we might see, now what's funny about altcoins is altcoins do really well when this is falling. So this is Bitcoin's dominance of the total market cap of cryptocurrency. So it's Bitcoin's market cap versus the rest of cryptocurrency. So when it's going up like this, then Bitcoin is gaining a larger market share of the whole market cap. And so what happens as Bitcoin's price is going up, usually a lot of people start selling their altcoins to go into Bitcoin, further increasing the price of Bitcoin, but also increasing its dominance. And then as it peaks out, people start flipping their Bitcoin into altcoins, and you see massive runs from altcoins, which is what we've been seeing since right at the end of December. Some massive runs in altcoins, but they're not gigantic. They've just been very nice. Now, what will this likely look at? Well, this actually looks like a head and shoulders pattern. And so we might see that Bitcoin does a run and then take off here, or we might just see, we might have seen already a little correction already and be ready for something more. So if we remove this, you can see a little bit more clearly that maybe our little correction here was enough, or maybe we have another one coming before it then goes down. That's my best guess as to what we'll see. Let's look over at BTC versus USD. So it seems to me that Bitcoin is going to probably trade in this kind of pattern here. And then it's going to have some massive gains. So be aware that when Bitcoin breaks out of this, it might come back and retest. And then if it bounces off this, altcoins are going to perform very poorly versus Bitcoin during that time. Now, breakouts usually come a little bit farther down the line, and so I wouldn't be surprised if we broke out of this sometime in March. Now, if Bitcoin does continue to trend sideways, what often happens is altcoins continue to run. And so that, combined with what I'm seeing in the VET chart, are some great things. I wanted to just bring to your attention what often happens here. So do you see this rounded bottom and then boom, breakout? Okay, we see kind of a rounded bottom, then boom, breakout. I think we're already starting to see the breakout, and if you look, it's actually broken out above this, and now it's retesting this line, and if it bounces up, it might bounce up pretty solidly. So when some subscribers suggested this, you know, it wasn't until I looked at this chart that I said, wow, okay, wow, the timing might be good on VET. In fact, it's looking very attractive versus Bitcoin. So if you're familiar with VeChain, I think many of you are, you're just looking at where the price can go. But I love the way number one, it's a proof of stake chain that literally just by holding VeChain in the right wallets, you can earn VeTho or VeChain Thor tokens, which really the VeChain Thor tokens act like the gas in the network. And so it's great that it has that, and they automatically get distributed to your wallet if you're holding it in the right wallets. And so it's pretty cool. You don't have to worry about like staking it and then paying Ethereum gas fees to pull it out. So it's really cool that just by holding it, in essence, you're building up some passive income from the gas associated with it. The first to really nail that kind of idea down was Neo. And so VeChain, you know, took a lot of the great existing ideas and built on top of them. So I think VeChain is really coming online in line with this bull run, that their technology will start really being integrated at a bit bigger level right at the right time. And so you know, my $1 prediction might even be low. So that's 33x from where we're at here in order to hit $1. Do I see that as feasible? Yeah, I don't see that as what we're going to hit just coming up here. So let's just say we come up and we come up to, from here, let's say we come up to, and say if we come all the way up here, that'll be a really good run. And even then, that wouldn't necessarily be $1 unless Bitcoin jumps. So let's look at what those numbers are. Let's look at calculator. And let's go point, I think that's 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Times, and Bitcoin right now is at 37,000. We're just going to say 38. That's going to bring us up to 8.7 cents. Those are some massive gains, and that's nothing bad. And so what might happen? Do I think it'll go this high? Maybe not. In this little run, we probably have a month left, and in a month we'll see how high this goes before I think Bitcoin is going to break out of this. Now, who knows? Elon Musk could move some money over from Tesla into Bitcoin, and all of a sudden we would see a massive run on Bitcoin and it would break out of this early. But if it continues in this pattern through the 16th of March, we have a little over a month. And where could VeChain go before that happens? Well, I don't see it going much farther than what we were looking at just a bit ago on VeChain versus Bitcoin. And so really I think 8.7 cents is where we're looking at in the short term. Long term, over $1. By long term, that's the top of the bull market. So it's already realized 20x gains from its low. So if it did another 30x from here, those are some serious gains from the bottom. And at 20x from here, that takes us to $1. But if you think about where it was at under a penny, those are some very respectable gains from where we've seen. In fact, so at the low, we're trading not only under a penny, but a lot under a penny. Let's just say 0.2 cents to $1. Wow, that is 500x. That's amazing. So that's really where my long-term guess is during this bull market for VeChain. And yeah, it's unfortunate that there aren't more gains available there because so much of them have already been had. So those of you who have been big VeChain fans and you stuck with them through the hard times or even bought more during the lows, congratulations, because you are making absolute bank. In addition to the passive gas income that you're getting in VeTho tokens, you have absolutely been crushing it on your returns. So congratulations to you guys. I did buy some at these lows and I sold them during the run up. I have not bought more, and I'm considering it, but I am also always asking myself the question of what will 100x from here. Don't know that that's VeChain. Now, if I am rolling out some of my risky money into less risky money, this would be a great place for me to be putting it. Cardano as well, but I already have a sizable amount in Cardano that I'm just keeping, and I haven't sold off any Cardano. And I won't until things look much better from here. And if I still had VeChain and hadn't sold it off during one of its previous runs, I would probably just continue to hold it for now because it's going to be doing a run up and I would not want to miss out on that. Because even a 3 or 4x, that's not as good as a 20x. But for something as stable and as proven as VeChain, that's really not a bad return. Some of these other things that are riskier have the chance, a much higher chance of going to zero than VeChain does. So you always have to balance your rewards versus your risks. Guys, if you're seeing some great stuff out there, guys and gals, I would like to know about it. Now, but I do need more information from you than just a ticker symbol. If you send me a ticker symbol, and you have to tell me what you like about it, or I won't even put my eyes on it. And also, tell me what the current market cap is at. If you do those three things, I promise I will take a look at it. And if I like it and really like it, and I think it would benefit other people to be aware of what's going on with it, or at least me telling people what I see about it, then I will probably do a review on it. If I hate it, I could possibly also do a review on it too, and just let people know why I hate it. So if you're just trying to pump some bags of some crap coins and you put it in there, you might get a very bad review on it, because if I think it's scammy or terrible or there's some major flaw in it, I will call it like I see it. Secondarily, guys, thank you. The subscribers have been growing tremendously, and that's thanks to you guys. I'm trying to give the best content I can related to how I see things, and I'm just a human. I only know what I know, and I for 4 years isn't that long to be involved in the crypto space, but it's longer than a lot of people, and so I'm just sharing what I've seen, I guess what I see, and I weigh that against what I've seen before, trying to share it with you. And the reason I started this channel, I know some of you already know this, but was to try to grow a big subscriber list so that I can reach out to those team executives and engineers and other people so that we can have them come on and talk to us. Because what I really like to see is what is happening below the surface. VeChain I'm pretty familiar with. Unfortunately, I don't get as much news on this directly from the team people. The only two people out there who are really good at this is Charles Hoskinson and Alex Mashinsky on getting out all the time so people know some of the great things that are happening even when the price isn't changing. And so this is one of those projects that I wish I knew even more. And as I get enough subscribers, I'll be able to reach out to them and have them answer me back now so that they will come on the channel and just talk to us, especially when they haven't been booming lately. That's the best time to find out what's going on, is when they've kind of come out of the spotlight. And the reason for having those discussions with them is just make sure everything's solid there and ask some good questions. Make sure underneath the surface there's some great things happening, because that'll eventually break through into public consciousness and you'll have another massive run up. So thank you guys for helping me towards achieving that goal. You've really been amazing. I appreciate all the support, and I appreciate the great insights and comments. There are some really smart people that are leaving some great comments in here and have helped me see some things in a different way. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I know there's a lot of brilliant people out there that just don't have the time to create a YouTube channel themselves, and I appreciate it when you tune into my channel, and especially when you share with me some of your insights. Thanks so much, guys and gals. We will see you later.